Welcome to Daniel Reviews. I'm Daniel Goodwin, and today we're looking at the EGO brushless 56 volt cordless hedge trimmer. Let's get into it. Look it up online. I thought it was the HT2411, something like that. That's what I thought. This just has the serial number. I don't have the model number. So let's first go over the tool and go over its features, and then I'll give my impressions as well as some footage of me using it. So it's a pretty standard hedge trimmer layout. You've got multiple safeties on this. You've got a hand grip here. You also have a secondary safety here that has to be squeezed, and then you have a third safety to actually press this all the way together. So you kind of have to do all three in order to engage. You can see I don't have a battery in. Engage this, which will then cause these to start spinning back and forth for cutting purposes. Pretty simple, and that is pretty much the only features. It doesn't have a light or any of those additional features. The EGO 2.5 amp hour battery, which is probably a good one to pair with this hedge trimmer, because trimming hedges is you're swinging this thing around a lot, and it's not particularly light on its own. It's okay for a hedge trimmer, but then if you threw a heavier battery pack on there, this gets a little bit weighty after 45 minutes or so. So I strongly recommend the 2.5 amp hour just for the weight combination, but you can certainly go heavier if you want. So again, you get the battery in there. You have three safeties that you have to go through in order to get to engage, like this. All right, and we're just going to do some light trimming of this particular bush. You can see it obviously cuts through this very light stuff very well. No problems there. As you would expect it to. I'm going to just take a little off the top, big guy. Again, for just catching the edges, does a fine job with that, no problem. And by no means am I an arborist. There we go. Slightly improved. All right, I saved this because I wanted to get close and kind of show you how it handles some of the thicker branches, something like this. You're not even talking maybe 1/4 of an inch in diameter, but I want to show you how it handles something like that. It will do it sometimes. You see, first time it got it, second time it just kind of jammed, and I just won't do it. And it's, for comparison size, it's really not that big of a branch. I'm going to try to get a little. See, I'm just going to show this for you. It's not that thick of a branch, considering the size of these spacers. These are 1-inch spacers, and it should really probably cut that, I would expect, but it doesn't. Sometimes you can force it through, after you worked it a lot, but it's that's kind of annoying. So I'm just going to try to go down this whole row of hedge here. Got a lot of dead branches on this one. I don't think it's going to handle real well, but we'll try it. Start over here. Yeah. And it got stuck in there pretty good. I think it's cutting some of this just because it's so dead. It's brittle. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that. We'll just move on. Might have to get a chainsaw or something out for that. Okay, so I'm not going to drag this out too long. I think this, well, I'll just be honest, this was the first EGO tool that I was disappointed in. Prior to this, I'd gotten their chainsaw, loved it. Gotten their blower, fantastic. I can't remember what else added. All good experiences. This one I got expecting it to be, well, better than it is. It doesn't have the raw grunt torque to work its way through some, I think pretty small branches really in comparison. Before this I had an 80 volt Cobalt model and it did better than this one. Now it was heavier than this one, so I do appreciate the lighter weight this offers, but I don't think the cutting power is up to what I would expect EGO standards to be. Now EGO has since released, I think at least one other model, so I am interested in trying that out, see if they've improved it. But this one, it does the job, it just doesn't do it very great. If you're already in the EGO lineup, certainly, and you need a hedge trimmer, well, you're kind of stuck probably, you got to use it. But I definitely wouldn't purchase into the EGO lineup on the basis of this hedge trimmer. It's not great. Lastly, I just want to mention, I did receive a notice that there has been a recall on some of these particular hedge trimmers. Mine is not affected, but some of them have a problem where you can actually engage the blade without the secondary safety engaged, so it's a safety hazard. I'm not sure what EGO is going to do for a replacement of those, but I did have them check my model and it is not one of the affected ones, and I've tried to get it to engage without that and I can't, so I think it is safe. That's not a problem. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Please click subscribe if you would, it helps me out. And we'll see what cool new things we're checking out next time. Thanks.